Hey, it's me. I'm back. We're talking about lessons learned from my parents, and it's funny that you know, in common parlance, or a more common term for this now is doing first things first. But in my household, it was called do what you want to do first, do what you need to do first, and what you want to do later. And what it meant was very simply that if you have an objective, if you have a goal, you need to do the things that are most important to getting that done before you do anything else. And I think Brian Tracy kind of summarizes it as eat that frog. And so, if you eat a frog first thing in the morning, that's the worst thing you have to do all day so you can get on with your day. And that lesson's pretty important. I kind of evolved it into something I call relative importance, and it's a concept that I have that involves eating that frog and doing the most important thing first. And so essentially, all it boils down to is this: if you know that you have something that's really important to you, then do the things you need to do to get there. And if given a choice of doing something that just kind of distracts you because maybe what you have to do is unpleasant, or maybe it's difficult and you have to learn something new to do it, just go ahead and learn whatever it is you need to learn, or do whatever it is you need to do, and do it and get it out of the way. Because once you do that, not only have you done it, but you get this mental relief from having done it. And not only do you get this mental relief from having done it, you've learned what you needed to learn to get it done, but you also have learned this obstacle avoidance, or this overcoming obstacle strategy. You develop this habit of looking at obstacles no longer as obstacles, but problems to be solved, and then solving them and moving on. And I can tell you, when I look at and I read bibliographies of people and events, what comes through time and time again is what people call this, that they were very resilient. And I see them as resilient, but I also see them as people who had developed a habit of identifying opportunities and capitalizing on them. So they went from being obstacles in their lives, if they ever were, to problems to be solved, to opportunities to be exploited. And so that progression, I think, is what separates people who consistently achieve and consistently are able to move forward from those that have real difficulty. They have developed the ability to, do first things first, to eat that frog, to have high relative importance, whatever you want to call it. And they've gone from, this is an obstacle that's going to stop me from reaching my goal, so I'll do something else. And I was really, really bad about that. If an obstacle came up, I would try to figure out a way to do something else instead of trying to figure out a way to solve the problem. I was horrible about it. Went from obstacle avoidance to problem solving to exploiting things as opportunities, seeing them as the opportunities they are, moving forward. And so I'd like to thank Tina Brown for enlightening me, and Rob Johnson for enlightening me to this opportunity, because quite honestly, I am not 100% comfortable on video, but I just from talking to them, I understand that it's something that helps other people relate and connect. And so it was something that was difficult for me, but I saw it as an opportunity to relate and connect. So here I am. So thank you, Tina. Thank you, Rob.